Epicurus see the universe as infinite and eternal. All matter is made up of extremely tiny, invisible particles, atoms. All occurrences in the natural world are ultimately the result of atoms moving and interacting in empty space. I reject the idea that gods have created our world for multiple reasons. I provide a materialist explanation of the emergence of the world and all its complexity. Blind chance makes the creation of our world certain through the power of infinity. I assume there is infinite space, time, and matter, an infinite number of worlds, a resulting finite number of possible atomic types/shapes derived from the combination of these smallest magnitudes. As a result of these assumptions, anything is possible and will happen in the universe at large. I propose a sophisticated argument of cosmic probability that bolsters the case for a material explanation of the existing world. I am the first man in history to have organized a movement for the liberation of mankind at large from superstition.
I, Marcus Tullius Cicero, have written the most prominent Roman treatise refuting Epicur, and advancing the argument from intelligent design in the nature of the gods, where I wrote in 45 BC. When you follow from afar the course of a ship, upon the sea, you do not question that its movement is guided by a skilled intelligence. When you see a sundial or a water clock, you see that it tells the time by design and not by chance. How then can you imagine that the universe as a whole is devoid of purpose and intelligence? Our opponents, however, profess to be in doubt whether the universe came into being by accident or by necessity or is the product of a divine intelligence. The truth is that the universe is controlled by a power and purpose which we can never imitate. When we see some example of a mechanism, such as a globe or a clock or some such device, do we doubt that it is the creation of a conscious intelligence? So when we see the movement of the heavenly bodies, the speed of their revolution, and the way in which they regularly run their annual course, so that all that depends on them is preserved and prospers, how can we doubt that these two are not only the works of reason but of a reason which is perfect and divine? Is it possible for any man to behold that a world so beautiful adorned was made by their fortuitous concourse? He who believes this may as well believe that if a great quantity of the 120 letters, composed either of gold or any other matter, were thrown upon the ground, they would fall into such order as legibly to form the annals of Ennius. I doubt whether fortune could make a single verse of them. How therefore can these people assert that the world was made by the fortuitous concourse of atoms? If a concourse of atoms can make a world, why not a porch, a temple, a house, a city, which are works of less labor and difficulty?
I, Thomas Aquinas, have also written two arguments, one, called the first way, that elucidates why the universe must have a first cause, and cannot be eternal, and in the fifth way, I present an argument from design. Our senses prove that some things are in motion. Things move when potential motion becomes actual motion. Only an actual motion can convert a potential motion into an actual motion. Nothing can be at once in both actuality and potentiality in the same respect, i.e., if both actual and potential, it is actual in one respect and potential in another. Therefore nothing can move itself. Therefore each thing in motion is moved by something else. The sequence of motion cannot extend ad infinitum. Therefore it is necessary to arrive at a first mover, put in motion by no other, and this everyone understands to be God. And the fifth way, we see that natural bodies work toward some goal, and do not do so by chance. Most natural things lack knowledge. But as an arrow reaches its target because it is directed by an archer, what lacks intelligence achieves goals by being directed by something intelligence. Therefore some intelligent being exists by whom all natural things are directed to their end, and this being we call God.
Only one thing, in real life, exists that is infinite, the stupidity to believe that we can be the product of an unguided accident, of mere chance.